Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Dude. Bon. Bah bien le bonjour les gens. On est de retour sur Vampyr. Pour le plaisir. Il y a du sang partout. Oh.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Ok.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
Where is Miss Jones? Where?
Ah. T'as déjà fait.
Goodbye, nurse.
Bon. Ouais.
Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Ok.
What on earth happened here?
Oh. Donc, la chambre elle a complètement été retournée. Lui, il était posé là.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
Alors, voyons voir un petit peu. Donc, elle, on peut directement la dévorer si on le désire désormais. On a tout son passif.
I'll leave you.
Mais bon, pour l'instant, elle ne m'intéresse pas. On va aller directement à la morgue.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital?
Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened.
What are you talking about?
Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing. Someone stole it.
Miss Jones's body has gone missing.
Yes. The body was brought here this morning, and now it's gone.
Who could have stolen a corpse?
That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed.
Please show.
Of course.
Ok, donc il est possible qu'elle se soit... Ah, ouais, je rentre là-dedans pour fouiller les cadavres.
You ended up on my plane and cold medical bench. I understand you must be very angry about
Oh.
this unfair situation.
It's locked, all right.
I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife.
Quelques shillings. Oh. Ah, attends. Oh. Encore... on va aller voir un petit peu l'ambulancier. C'est pas le premier cadavre qu'on peut voir, donc... on va aller le questionner un peu.
As for me, what a bloody idiot.
Là, y a rien. Les médecins, ils vont pas me donner d'infos, je pense, pour le moment. On va sortir, on va se renseigner un peu. Et où Milton?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see the city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room. And Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
Goodbye, Milton.
Donc attends, donc au moins il a pas honte. Bon, je peux comprendre, hein, on est dans une période assez floue. Il faut manger, il faut casser sa croûte. En temps de guerre et tout, il y a des choix à faire. Hein. Donc je ne vais pas juger. Pour le coup, je ne vais clairement pas juger. Absorbe le point de sang lorsque l'arme touche la cible. Augmente les dégâts ne fait juste de 10%. Franchement, les dégâts, on s'en fout. Pas les dégâts, non, non, si, si, les dégâts. 10% c'est bien. Je dis une bêtise. Les dégâts, c'est très bien. Du coup, elle est bleue, l'arme. Donc, à plusieurs paliers, moi j'aime bien ça en fait. Le fait qu'il y ait plusieurs paliers, c'est une bonne chose. Bon. Je vais aller voir la lady.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to...
Toujours rien à me dire.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
Goodbye, Doctor. Good evening.
Ah,
Dr. Reed,
c'est ça que je veux.
Goodbye.
Voilà. Hop là. Ça se recharge totalement aléatoire, les caisses et tout. Donc ça c'est plutôt une bonne chose, on va dire. Alors, on va aller voir un petit peu si lui il a vu quelque chose.
Hey, Doc. What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
I'll leave.
Bon.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Ah, que savez-vous au sujet de
What do you
Scalon
know of
là?
Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man, huge in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Elle est pragmatique, j'aime bien.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Bon. Eh bah du coup il est l'heure de retourner. On n'a pas trop le choix là, on va devoir retourner Et qui là-bas? Bonjour.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
Newton Blight. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
Ok, alors, il est lié à Oswald. Ok.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Aïe aïe
They
aïe.
started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
On va aller voir Oswald. Je suis assez curieux de voir son arc narratif à lui. Eh, attends.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
To take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Vampire psychiatre. C'est à cause de votre enfance. Wow, ça mène ça.
Or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm, had a bloody fantastic childhood.
Dommage. Ok, Oswald Teacher, ok. Bon, bah, on s'est fait niquer sur un...
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand.
Mr. Thatcher, do you...
No. Since I
understand.
No.
Ok, ok. Mais écoute, on n'arrivera pas à avoir les infos qu'on veut avec lui, on a un peu sapé. Et j'étais assez curieux et finalement des fois la curiosité est pas forcément bonne. Dude, est-ce que je peux passer comme ça, genre... On va voir. Alors, le but, ouais, ça va être de revenir comme ça. Bon. Tiens. On va passer comme ça, on verra bien. Oh! Aïe! Ah mais sérieux? Très lourd, hein? Allez, on régène tranquillement. Oh! Faut que j'oublie de le... J'aime. Allez. Merde. Ok. Voilà. Bon. J'étais trop concentré à essayer de me régénérer. Et en fait, à juste titre, hein, parce qu'en fait, il me faisait vraiment très très mal. Donc, on a éliminé un mini-boss. Il y a des mini-boss comme ça à éliminer. Pour rendre Londres, on va dire, un petit peu plus sûr. Parce que si on le laisse proliférer, au bout d'un moment, bah, il va s'attaquer à certains NPC. Donc, autant les zombies de base sont pas très 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 dangereux, autant ce genre de zombies ont un impact sur l'histoire. Et ça, c'est plutôt cool, en vrai. Quand on y réfléchit. Voilà. Contre un mur, donc hop. Faut t'en sortir là. Oh, joli. Donc des chasseurs en moins. Et c'est ça en fait la force de ce jeu, en fait de ce RPG, c'est que chaque chose que vous allez faire a un certain impact. Alors oui, le jeu est pas ce qu'il y a de plus joli sur le marché et tout, mais à ce jour, et de ces dernières années, je trouve que c'est pour le genre, un des meilleurs RPG qu'on ait eu en profondeur. Là je parle bien en profondeur en termes d'aspect technique, relationnel, etc. entre les NPC. Il y a très peu de jeux qui arrivent à atteindre une telle profondeur, et celui-là est particulièrement intéressant pour ça. Même si le gameplay est pas forcément le plus fou de l'univers, enfin... Après, hein, les développeurs ont évidemment un budget ric-rac. Donc c'est pas un gros studio, mais ça fait le taf, voilà. Et ça fait plaisir, aussi, d'avoir un jeu de cette qualité sur l'écriture, sur... on va dire sur l'aspect en profondeur. Donc là on a d'autres zombies. On va faire celui-là, tiens. Voilà. Ouh, ça fait mal. Voilà. Ok. Toi, tu es très chiant. On nettoie bien le quartier, comme ça quand j'irai me reposer, le quartier sera un peu plus safe, on va dire. Alors, en même temps, je me ferai de l'XP aussi. Pas négliger. Oh, c'est pas un boss, mais... Ok. Pas trop, je me rapproche, sinon il va appeler ses copains, et là ça va être tendu. Il est où? Il est là. Voilà. Donc, là on a quelqu'un qui est enfermé, on va aller le libérer. Contre le mur, on en profite. Voilà. On laisse. Tu es libre, mon ami.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Ok. On discutera avec lui un peu plus tard, je pense. Qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Ah oui, d'accord. Pas de côté, ma chère mère.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Dude. Alors, voyons voir un petit peu sur les docks, tout ça. Donc là, il y a l'air d'y avoir quelque chose. Pourquoi j'ai sorti mon arme? Ouais, d'accord, là on arrive. Attends, on va essayer d'aller sur les docks. Ah bah tiens. Un petit zombie de moins. Donc... Oh! On ira un peu plus tard là. On va faire le tour un petit peu du quartier, juste par acquis de conscience, on va dire. Dock West, donc ouais, on peut revenir dans les docks. Là, on a des chasseurs de vampires. Donc ouais, il y a un chasseur... Alors, je sais pas si je devrais m'attaquer aux chasseurs, parce que les chasseurs, l'air de rien, ça reste des humains. Certes, un peu fanatiques, mais... honnêtement, je peux pas faire tout le boulot, donc ils sont quand même utiles. Et ils rapportent en même temps pas mal d'XP, donc... ça reste... il reste quand même super important, on va dire. Donc là, il y a encore le cadavre ou pas? Ah, le cadavre a été retiré. Bon, on va aller au bar. Merde.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence.
Oh.
Then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night.
It's locked.
Armé.
My business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Bon. Fermé pour le moment. Là, c'était la chambre de notre ami au début. Hmm.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Alors c'est très intéressant, on va peut-être se lier d'amitié avec lui. On va lui poser quelques questions personnelles, tout ça. Hein.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
So,
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Goodbye.
Bon.
And good.
On reviendra le voir. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom.
Ok, tout ramène vers le barman. Ok, ok.
Bye, Mr. Delaney. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too. I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her for sure.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Hmm.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Ok.
Goodbye, Mr. Watt.
On va aller voir Sabrina. Pourquoi elle a l'air en colère? Je suis curieux.
That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it neither.
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
Bon.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
What?
We respect the privacy.
Ok, bon. Attends, on va essayer de les rabibocher. Allez, on va aller voir Tom. Elle a des sentiments. Ah, y a rien. Pour l'instant, on n'a pas de sujet de dialogue, mais au moins on le sait. Allez, c'est parti. C'est ça, tiens. Oh.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Cool.
Can I see...
As long as you...
D'accord, elle vend des... Elle vend des choses. Bien. Voilà.
Good evening.
Hello again.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton.
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Donc pour ça, rien à me dire.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper.
Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Bon, on a fait bien l'info pour l'instant. C'est un peu embêtant, du coup on va retourner dans le quartier des docks. J'ai quand même envie de voir un truc. Ça me trigger ce que j'ai vu tout à l'heure.
This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked.
Verrouillé. Oh. Part de Seymour à ma chère mère Stella.
From Seymour to my beloved mother, Stella. What is this doing here? Who are these people?
It's locked, all right.
Le pauvre vieux. Oh. Donc là on a les chasseurs de vampires. On va pas les enquiquiner. Tiens pas dessus, Andouille. Ah bah d'accord, ok. Voilà. T'auras cherché mon ami, hein, parce que... Ah. Ah. Allez, viens là toi. Me soigner. doucement. On continue comme ça, on est bien. Voilà. Bon. Ouais, régénérer. Faut vraiment tout gérer là. Voilà. Voilà. Hop là. Oh, un pistolet. Bon. C'était le combat le plus dur que j'ai eu à maintenant, mais du coup j'ai utilisé tous mes pouvoirs. Téléportation et compagnie. Ah, du coup c'est par là. Alors voyons voir un peu. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? Donc c'est pas ça que je veux, c'est ça. Du coup on a un nouveau pistolet. C'est un parabellum commun. Ok. Pourquoi pas. C'est vraiment un nouveau pieu qu'il me faudrait en fait. On continue à fouiller un petit coup, hein. Hop.
Best turn around if I were you.
Ok, bon. Par là. Oh. L'endroit est cool, hein, en vrai. L'endroit est super cool. Et bien vous savez quoi? On va s'arrêter là pour cet épisode. Je vous donne rendez-vous très rapidement pour la suite des aventures de Jonathan. Je vous dis à très très vite. Portez-vous bien et à la prochaine.